Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 13 News Now at noon. We are live for the 47th annual Parade of Sail here at Harborfest, officially kicking things off here at the pier. It was like perfect timing. Do you guys hear that? The ships are coming on down the Elizabeth River heading to Harborfest. We are so excited for the 47th event.
This is one of our favorite events of the year.
Yeah.
We love sitting out here on the Elizabeth River and showing all of this to you. You can see the excitement starting behind us. This is really starting. You know, we've been looking at some of these ships already. We already have some starting off this parade right on time.
I'm telling you, the longest running maritime festival for our area. And you know, we've been talking a lot about the air quality and of course that haze that's kind of been an issue here in Hampton Roads, and people wondering, is Harborfest still going on? Yes, it is still going on. So make sure you get down to Town Point Park and check it out. It's going to be an awesome time.
Yeah, and you know, we are excited. So we have team coverage, obviously, joining us live for this noon show. We're going to have so many different people. Alex Littlehales, who's on a ship.
On a ship.
Okay, a little jealous. I mean, I'm not that jealous because this is nice.
This is wonderful.
We also have Eugene Daniel out and about this afternoon at Town Point Park, and also at Town Point Park, our very own Craig Muller. And you know, we were saying it's so nice out here this afternoon.
It really is. There's a slight breeze. We know you can't, tell through the screen here, but it just feels really good. And I know Craig is certainly enjoying his time down at Town Point Park. So let's go ahead and head over now to Craig for a check of the forecast and a check of conditions down at Town Point Park. Hey, Craig.
Guys, I want to tell you right off the bat, the air quality already so much better, and it's going to get better later this afternoon, and it's going to be awesome over the weekend. So all that's trending in the right direction. We've got sunshine. Are you guys ready for a great parade of sail? Who's excited? Look at this. We've got people up and down along the Elizabeth River here. We've got some first timers. You all from where? From Texas, right?
Yeah.
You guys see the boats coming, right? Do you know what's coming down the river here?
Not really.
Our nickel and something else.
Yeah, they're getting excited. They don't even know what all's coming yet. They just know this is a place to be. Who here's a long timer? You guys said you've been coming here for years and years, right? Let's come over and talk to you. How many years you been here?
15, 20 years.
That's awesome. You guys know what's coming. This is still so much fun, isn't it?
It is very fun. I love it every year.
And again, the weather looks fantastic. You know, some folks maybe take off work. There are some folks that maybe haven't worked in a little while. And then we have some students out here. Why are you not in school right now? And what are you enjoying there?
Shaved ice.
Shaved ice. I'm telling you, shaved ice, sunshine, the Parade of Sail here at Harborfest, a great way to get your weekend started. We're going to talk a lot more about it. We're going to introduce you to some pretty interesting people along the way. Stay tuned. It'll be throughout the show, guys. It's a great day along the Elizabeth River.
I mean, it really is, and it sounds like you're having fun out there, Craig, so that's fantastic. You know, we here at the pier are taking a look again at all the ships that are coming down the Elizabeth River. So one that we saw kind of at the top of the show was the USCGC Pompano.
Pompano.
Okay, interesting name, but there's an origin behind the name of the ship.
So this is the kind of Coast Guard patrol boat.
Okay.
And these boats actually, in each class of the Coast Guard for these cutters, they're named after a sea creature that either flies or swims. So originally we were kind of talking, we were like Pompano,
right?
Whatever, but the fish is actually Pompano. So it's named after a fish, and that's a huge thing for these cutters that are in this kind of fleet with the Coast Guard. So an awesome time here. This is a narrow, tall-bodied fish known by some as the world's most edible fish.
Oh.
So.
Oh, okay.
Fun fact for the afternoon.
Fun fact indeed, let me tell you. And you know, I have to say, I love our perspective here on the ship. Oh, there is something just happened there. There are things happening on the ships as they come on down here, and I was actually going to talk about that. But before we get to that, again, you mentioned there's somebody who's on a ship who we want to talk to. Let's head over now to Alex Littlehales, who's on the schooner Virginia. Now, this is one of the tall ships you're going to see at Harborfest this weekend. But Alex, you have a fantastic perspective here. Tell us about the schooner and tell us about what you're seeing.
Oh, Ashley, Bethany, I've got the best view of the entire weekend. Lucky to have this view. And what an honor it is to be on the schooner Virginia. We're actually overlooking, I think, where you guys are going live from just right now. It's going to be pretty hard to actually miss this tall ship. One, this is the first tall ship coming in through the Parade of Sail. So, but it's also the only ship with an exclusive 13 News Now flag. Once the wind's picking up a little bit, you'll see it fluttering in the wind. Something you'll notice, and something I love about Harborfest, is that each of these tall ships has so much character, so much personality, so many different things that make the ships unique, whether it's their history, whether it's the way they're constructed. We talked with the crew just a little while ago, and I asked them, how much line, how much rope do you think is actually on this ship that makes it go? And they said anywhere between 6 to 15 miles worth of rope here on the schooner Virginia. But it's not just about what physically makes this ship unique. It's really that there is a deep connection culturally to the Hampton Roads region. So this ship was first built in 1916, and it first saw action during World War I when it would pilot sailors in between convoy ships that were stationed here in Hampton Roads. And it wrecked about 100 years ago in the mid-1920s, and it's since been refurbished, remodeled, and it's now an educational tool. And it's also a really fast ship. We're told that originally this tall ship could go about 15 knots, which is about 17 miles per hour, which back in the day, when you consider 100 years ago, just sails, just rope, I mean, that's really fast. And and it hasn't all just been fun and games here. The crew has been putting me to work today. You'll see a little bit of that action a little later this afternoon. But live on the schooner Virginia, I'm Alex Littlehales for 13 News Now. Back to you guys.
Alex, thank you. And hey, I did see Alex earlier pulling the rope.
Did you see him pulling the rope?
Yeah.
Oh,
he was
my
really
goodness.
getting his workout in. It was nice. It was really nice. And there are still a lot of boats come behind us. We just saw the Norfolk Rebel kind of go behind us this afternoon. Starting to see the parade really get going on here.
It's so much fun. We had to toss it back, though, to Town Point Park. We're going to check in now with Eugene Daniel, who is down there. Talk to us, Eugene, about who's down there, what's out there, what people can expect at this year's Harborfest.
Yeah, Ashley and Bethany, there's so many things here at Town Point Park. You see vendors are already set up, and they are hoping that you stop by over the course of the weekend and we can see the ships as they are starting to come through. But there's going to be concerts and obviously plenty of food, fireworks. But here to tell us a lot about that is Jordan Lett. He's one of the organizers of Harborfest with Fest Events. Jordan, is there anything new that people can expect this year out of Harborfest?
No, I mean, in addition to everything amazing happening, we do have some cool new stuff. Though the drone show wasn't new last year, or it was new last year, so it's not new this year. We're actually doubling the size of the drone show, tonight's drone show. That'll be at 9:30. So this is something you'd see at like the Super Bowl or the Olympics. Pretty neat stuff. And then, we're also, there was an old music venue here in Norfolk called the Boathouse. Any old music lovers will recognize that name and know what I'm talking about. And this would have been the 40th year that they would have been, operating as a venue and a music venue. It definitely holds some like cultural value here in Norfolk and the entertainment industry here in Norfolk. So we got like a little museum with some displays, some merchandise and some memorabilia from back in the day. So that's pretty cool, and we're excited about that.
Yeah, we definitely are. And stick around because we're going to have more with Jordan later on and talking with a vendor as well and more about the Boathouse and all the things that you're doing. But a lot of activities for folks to come on down here at Town Point Park. So don't waste any time. Come have a good time. Ashley, Bethany.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, Eugene. We're going to be right back with more coverage of Harborfest in just a few minutes.